So for the things I'm going to show you, I'm going to use just this little test course here that I made. You'll be using a course that's created for you in PowerSchool. So the curriculum and instruction department, the team has created some course shells and they've placed them in the Commons area. And the Commons is where you can go and find a lot of things that's shared in the Canvas community, but Moore County has like their own little hubs of items. And to filter through some of this, because it can be overwhelming, you can go in and click this filter. For this, I'm going to show you the Moore County approved things. And then you can go down and filter by grades. So any high school course got the tag 9, 10, 11, and 12. But middle school courses were broken down 6th, 7th, and 8th respectively. And then we can also go and just check Moore County Schools Commons so we can filter down even more. And what you'll see is out here, there's a list of these courses that they've created for teachers to use. And these aren't required, you know, these are just kind of guides to help teachers if they wanted to use them as outlines or templates. A lot of it has all of these have those modules that we looked at yesterday. So if I was going to make this a math class, so let me go in here and look for, let me say I want to do math. So if I find this here, you can preview the material. So these are all the things that are in this course, and you can check all of them ahead of time. So once you've gone through and you feel good about these things in your course, if you want all these things in your course, I'm going to click the import button. And then it's going to ask you which course would you like to import it into. So the course that I'm going to use is that test course here. And I'm going to click import into course. And then you'll get a message that says you've started the import. It can take a little bit of time. I think someone's joining up. Miss Gatlin's joining us. It can take up to a couple minutes for this to take place. I'm going to go back to my dashboard and just kind of see where it's at. So if I go into that test course was blank before. So let's see. And it doesn't look like it's come over just yet, which is okay. If you import something into your course that you don't like, you can always get rid of it. So now it has imported over, it has finalized and finished that up. So if there was something that imported that you did not want, you could go in here into the modules section and like if you just did, this says, for example, this one says do not publish, so I need to unpublish this. This is just for teachers, so I'm going to unpublish these. And if there was something that I did not like, I could go in here and get rid of this stuff. So maybe I didn't like this mini lesson on graphing. I could go in and click these 3 dots and remove, or you could always just never publish it and it would never be seen by your students. So it might be something that you don't like with this semester's group. Maybe you want to hold on to it and use it with a different group of students or something like that. There were a couple little things I wanted to show you that some other teachers have asked about. So I'm going to add, no, I'm not going to add another module. I'm just going to add something to an existing module. So I'm just going to come down here and find a module. I'm going to go down to the very end here. So there was someone, a teacher asked how to embed a Screencastify video. So if you've used Screencastify to make a tutorial or to teach some sort of lesson to your students, how would you embed that? And depending on how you were delivering it to your students, if it was just pure content, not part of an assignment, I would do it as a page. If it was something that they were going to watch and then return something deliverable to you for grading, then you could do it as an assignment. So for this, let's say I'm just going to give them just some straight information. I'm going to make a page, and I'm just going to call this embedding Screencastify video. All right, so there's my page that I just added to this module, and I'm going to go in here into this page, and I'm going to edit it. But before I go into that, I want to just take a look at Screencastify. So if you go into Screencastify and you open up the icon for the extension and you click these lines, you can go into your recordings and you can see all of your recordings. Here's a recording that I made last week. So here are your shared options. Yes.
Is it free? Is it still free to do the extended, like more than the given amount of time?
No, now Screencastify is only 5 minutes at a time. So if you're going to do more than 5 minutes, you're going to want to record a Google Meet, and I can show you how to embed those into Canvas as well. So if you're going beyond 5 minutes and you don't have the paid version, there are some schools that have bought the premium account, but if you were using it at the end of last semester, you know, they gave everyone the unlimited access through the end of June, I believe. So you're back down to 5 minutes per video. Yeah, that's a good question. For your video, you can go to share and click the get embed code. And this funky looking stuff right here is going to be your embed code. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back into my Canvas course. So when I'm editing this page, here's that rich content editor here that you can add all kinds of things to. And if you see this button here, insert edit media, you can embed, and then that's where you paste that code. And you don't have to know what that means, you just have to know that's what you need. So now when I save and publish this, this is what it looks like. So that looks a little different than just like a link on a page that they click and then it goes into it's just cleaner. It keeps them in Canvas so they don't have to navigate out to other windows and other tabs, and kind of keeps them all contained in one place while they're doing their work. So for videos longer than 5 minutes, if you had something that you were going to record longer than 5 minutes, you could use a Google Meet to do that. Google Meet will allow you to record your meetings, and it records all your meetings in a folder in your Google Drive called Meet Recordings. So in your Meet Recordings folder, you will want to rename these because these are not names that you would recognize. All right. And this is how you would embed that. So I don't know why Google does this, but this 3 dots here, I'm looking for something that says embed and it doesn't show up here. But what happens is when you click these 3 dots and open it in a new window, then when you click the 3 dots, you get the embed item option. And I don't know why, but that's a Google thing. And here's that embed code you're looking for again. Copy. I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit this page. And I'm going to go down below that and I'm going to embed this Google Meet. So now they'll see both of these videos embedded in the Canvas course. So,
and it will work the same way if we did an assignment.
Yeah, if you did an assignment, so you know, in an assignment you would have them, there'd be something for them to return to you. So you might couple that with a Google Doc template, you know, that they would have to fill out.
Right, like watch this video and answer these questions.
Right,
Kind of type
yes.
deal.
Yep, and if you did that with, I'm going to add to here, I'll add an assignment, new assignment, and I'll call this video embed Google Doc Cloud assignment. So now I'm going to go in here to this. This is where you edit it. So the top part, you still see that content editor, rich content. That's where you would insert your video. Maybe I still have it pasted. Yep. So there's my video. And I may provide some directions up here as well. And then coming on down, I would add a point value to this assignment. And then for the submission type, so this is where, you could have them, you don't have to use the external tool. You could have them just type up something in Google Docs and, submit that. That would be something you could do. That would fill up your inbox with, this person has shared something with you, this person has shared something with you, this person has shared something with you. So that might get out of hand pretty fast.
The external tool, though, will provide the submission button.
That's right. The external tool is where you'll go in and you have the assignment already created in your Google Drive. And that's where you go here and you would find that.